I want to echo some of the things that Ronald has said, and I am excited. Jim's already said it. It's exciting to see that we have a seat at the table. I'm the first ever Republican to sit as the Clerk of Superior Court for Camden County, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm hoping that you'll give me another 4 years. When I go around and I talk to people, how'd you come into the clerk's office? And it comes basically down to service. I've spent my whole life in service. If it started in 2 decades at the sheriff's office, if it's in my church leading youth, if it's on the ball fields with our children, it all comes down to service. But people are getting really confused and they're saying, well, but how did you come to the clerk's office? Well, this is how it happened. In the middle of the term, the clerk retired. And when that happens in the state of North Carolina, the resident Superior Court judge appoints that successor. This isn't new. This has been happening since 1777, which coincidentally, I believe that's when Camden was founded. Since 1777, that's been how this process works. Resident Superior Court judge makes that appointment, and then that person fills out the rest of that term and then runs for the election. That's what I'm here doing. I've served you almost 2 years, and I've tried to do the best job I can possibly do. Now, there's some confusion as to whether or not the exiting clerk, gets to make the recommendation as to who their successor is. And I spoke with the resident Superior Court judge the other day. I had a little conversation with him. He said, James, please enlighten people and make sure they understand what the statute says. The statute says that the resident Superior Court judge does not need to confer with anybody. But please tell them this, James, that I did. I said, I would love to tell them that. And he said, when it was time to make this appointment, I talked to every district court judge we had. I talked to Superior Court judges. I talked to the attorneys that work in civil and criminal cases. I talked to people that are walking in now this courthouse. I talked to him and I said, hey, I want to take care of the people of Camden because he serves you. You elect him too. And he wants to make sure that he has the right person in the job. And overwhelmingly, what the decision that he made based off of my training, my experience, and the actual application of those things that I've done. I have my bachelor's degree, I have my master's degree, I've been to leadership training, but I've actually led people. I am experienced I had 70 officers underneath me in my last job. So I have this experience in leading people in pretty unforgiving environments. So I came to the clerk's office to do the exact same thing. And some people would ask, well, why would those people in the court system say that? Well, perhaps it's because of the paperwork that AOC gave me a couple weeks ago. AOC stands for, it's not Alicio Cortez, that nasty name. That's the Administrative Office of the Courts. They came and had a meeting with District 1 and they said, Camden County has a 3-time longer backlog in clearing estates than any other place in the state of North Carolina. That's pretty significant, and I'll tell you why. Because we are tied with Gates County for the 3rd smallest county in the state of North Carolina. It takes Gates County approximately 500 days to clear an estate. In Camden County, statistically speaking, it takes us 2,292 days to close an estate. That's over 6 years. It's over 6 years to close an estate. I already told you I've only been here 2. But when I found that out, I brought it to my staff. And we sat down and I said, look, we got a problem. How are we going to fix it? And they said, we got a solution, boss. We're going to sit down, we're going to go through all these files, and we're going to figure out what we still have open. And then we're going to figure out where we can close the fastest. And we'll work diligently every day to make sure that we can fix this problem. Because they were excited about having the opportunity to be able to do that. And I'm happy to tell you that we put a big dent in it. I'm thankful for all their hard work. So we have a plan to fix this issue. But we also have a plan to make sure it doesn't happen again. The legacy system is an old computer system, but it has a tracking feature that helps us make sure that cases don't get that far out. And we'll utilize that to its fullest and make sure that this never happens again. So we have a plan to fix it. We have a plan to thwart it in the future. We have a plan to move forward. So why do I tell you all this? I tell you all this because on May 17th, hopefully you'll go and vote. And when you go in there and you look on the ballot, you're going to see the Clerk of Superior Court. You're going to see that James L. Midgett is the second person on that list. That's me. And I want you, if you would too, please remember that I've come to you today and I've told you I am experienced. I have the experience. I have the training. I can do this. I am currently doing this for almost 2 years now. I've given you my vision for the office and how I plan on running the office and continuing to run the office. And now I'm telling you the very last thing before you check that box As far as experience goes, I'm the only person that can say they are experienced in being the Clerk of Superior Court for Camden County that's on this ballot. I thank you for your time. I appreciate all your listening to me when you didn't have to. And I'd ask you again, May 17th, please give me your vote. Thank you.